Here we go. Okay, guys, thank you for hopping in to today's mental health call. This is a awesome one. I'm super ecstatic for Tim and Angelo to join me. We have other members coming in, but if they can't, it's okay. This is why I record the call because this is me taking the recording and putting it into the classroom section in the course, the past recording course. You could just watch it there. And today's topic is about owning your anger, and this is so important, and why it matters because men often tend to suppress their anger or and use it in different ways, because if you repress anger, it can lead to emotional numbing, it can lead to addiction, it can lead to violence and disconnection. And men's work is all about learning how to be dangerous but not a danger, and dangerous is someone who's controlled and harnessed, and then someone who's a danger is reckless, harmful to those around you, and I just want to share my own personal story of recently. Actually, I went through a business breakup with my girlfriend, and I have a pet business, house sitting business that you both actually are aware about. And me and my girlfriend are still committed to being lovers to each other, still committed to being life partners and doing life together. Except we conflicted and butted heads recently about how we want to grow the business and how we want to like expand. And I had a big vision, and she wasn't there yet. And the fact that I had to let go of it and say I'm going to be exiting that business so I can pour into this right now, pour all my energy growing this community and doing all that, it fucking hurt and it pissed me off because I poured so much into that business. I poured so much into having 45-star reviews of me and Kala. Thank you, Mario and Calla, for taking care of my animal, for making my animal feel safe, for giving me a peace of mind. Like, it was 45 fucking star reviews that like was growing. And I learned it was emotional. I'm getting a little emotional about it because it's very new. This happened last night. So like it's still kind of like it was just a lot. And but it was good. We needed it. It was good because I said if I continue to do this business with her, we're gonna eventually break apart because we don't see eye to eye, and I love her so much, and I have so much commitment towards her that I want to protect that. I want to protect that sacred romantic bond, because if I continue this business and we have different eye to eyes and have different visions, she's the founder. She started that. If she doesn't want to grow this fast, I'm not going to force her to grow that fast, and do these things. But I'm sharing this to you guys because it just happened, and I learned me expressing my anger in a healthy way through with her changed everything. We both like wrote letters to each other, and there was a lot of charging energy behind it, you know? There was a lot of emotional energy behind it as well. I was mad and sad. I went to the fucking gym and I knew I had to deal with some shit after that moment. And at the end of the day, when I was able to express it in a way where it felt safe, where I knew where like I if I said this, it's not gonna break us apart. If I say this, you're not gonna leave me, or I'm not gonna find a way to go be by myself again or whatever. And it just made me realize how important it is to own your anger and accept it and love it. And it's still very fresh that we have this business breakup, but to be honest, we feel more closer than ever because we realize how much we love each other through that. That I needed to let go of that to pour into Fit My Fit Bod, to bring more men to this is it happened for a reason, and I needed to shed through that. And I'm kind of feeling a little more sadness from it right now. Just I let go a little bit. I didn't want to make this a crying session to you guys because I wanted to follow through the call with these things that help me in my anger. And I share that to you because it's we have to own every emotion, not just anger. We have to own it, and owning it allows you to change how you approach it and express it. So today, three ways that you can own your anger, three exercises. The exercises we're not going to be doing we're gonna be doing a bonus exercise today, and we're gonna do it together. You know, since it's just us, we can share it together, or we can write it, whatever feels comfortable for you. But the first one is primal scream therapy, which I did a lot of yesterday, and it's when you just scream at a pillow, scream in your car, scream in nature, let out all that rage, all that sadness, all that grief. But just know that we couldn't do this on this call because no one wants to hear you scream bloody murder and your neighbors. Like you have to do it yourself. You have to time this shit right. Like do it by yourself. Give yourself the permission, guys, to feel your shit. It's as simple as I'll let you, Mark. I'll let you feel your shit. I'll let you cry. I'll let you scream. And you gotta tell yourself sometimes. You have to verbalize it saying. And the second one is the fuck you letter. And I've mentioned this to one of you guys before, and Tim is very familiar with writing something and then burning it. And there's a lot of significance behind that, because this one is very specific if you have some hatred or some anger towards someone. This one is like if you feel something and you kind of want to say it to someone, but you shouldn't be saying that type of shit to someone. So you write it out, you call it fuck you because fuck you has a charging energy to it, you know, and you burn it. Hey, you burn it, So whatever feels safer to you to do that, say everything that you need and burn it safely, of course. Just gonna say that I know that this is, but I just want to make it clear, you gotta burn it safely. And then the final thing is, and we're gonna do the bonus exercise together, is the rage cage. Now, there's two different ways that you can do this. You could do the paid version, or you could do the cheap version, the one that I did. And the paid version is you literally look up where is a rage cage because they have these things. They're actually they make you wear kind of like a nuclear waste kind of suit, and like you get to choose a weapon and then you get to choose what you want to break. So it's really cool, actually. I wish I could do it with my family. I tell my family I want to do it with everyone else. Like, hey guys, we're not gonna go to therapy, but hey, let's just break some shit together, So like, let's just start there, So I think a rage cage is an important thing to do, but like if you don't want to go somewhere, by all means, just go to your backyard, find a safe place to do it, wear your glasses, get a sledgehammer, find a way to move that anger in a different way than just lifting, because working out does help, but I promise you, like that type of way has a different kind of energetic release for you to really release that anger that's been stuck in your body. And if you ever notice that you have upper back pain, like really like tight scapula, that's where the anger is stored. So if you don't just like literally just sit on a foam roller and roll that upper back, you'll feel that release as well. So anger gets stored up there, just so you know. And I was like, no wonder why my fucking back has been so tight this week. I'm like, man, I've been feeling it, y'all. And so we're gonna get into today's exercise together, guys. And it's a bonus exercise, and it's a kind of like a journal prompt, but we're gonna do it together. Okay, we're gonna do it. We're gonna start with the chat, and then we're gonna do a sharing circle together so we can speak. But here's the thing: I want you to go to the chat, and I want you to start by saying this: I give myself permission to feel my anger about, and then you fill in the blank. Fill in the blank there. I give myself permission to feel my anger about blank, whatever that is for you. Okay. Once we get the chat going, we can expand on it. And this is just a glimpse, a little taste of how you can navigate your anger and move through it. Okay, guys? Uh, there's a lot more work that you should be doing by yourself to really move that shit. Like I told you, I've already gave myself permission to feel my anger and sadness towards the business breakup and the pet business with me and my girlfriend. Um, I didn't know I was still feeling it, but I'm still feeling some shit. But it's not as heavy as it used to be. I mean, it's not like it didn't just happen yesterday. And whatever's coming up for you, I want you to just go off because you're giving yourself permission to feel your anger about whatever it is. Go off on it, whether it be a short F you, would it be whatever it is. This is the space to let go, to express in a safe way. We're here owning our anger, guys. Thank you, Tim. Thank you, Angelo. Give myself permission to feel anger about my principal banning me for our meeting, for our discussion, for my grad classes. Angela, I give myself permission to feel my anger about how I left my previous job, how I let someone force me from my position, take me away from the team I helped make the happiest in the company. That person took my happy place, my safety, my team, my money. Ooh, oh, that pisses me off reading it. Okay. And this is just an opening. You know what I mean? Because we know how deep we can get into this. But ultimately, it's an opening. And now I want to open up the sharing. Tim, you can go ahead and start. What came up for you today? Go ahead and share your truth behind what you just said. Let's take off your mute. Hold on. There you go.
Wednesday, I went in to go see my principal, but he had a few people in for meetings. So he couldn't see me. So it was the end of the day. So, all right. It's all right. I talked with the front office staff. I said, all right, can I have a meeting, eighth period on Thursday? And he responded back to January, yes, eighth period Thursday we'll meet. All right. So during the day, he sent out an email. Hey, if you got eighth period off, we're going to send a send off for our softball team. They're going off to meetings. So, all right. So I went out to the courtyard, eighth period. I didn't see him. I head off to the front office after the send off and go to the front office. And they're like, oh, he's not here. He's at another school for a graduation ceremony. I'm like, he told me he was going to meet me. So he just blew me off. He arranged a meeting. He told me he'd be at a meeting. I'd waited the day before, scheduled the day following, and then he doesn't even bother to tell me the day after that he's not going to be there. So this is the man I'm supposed to schedule my practicum with this fall. I don't want schedule with him. I'm supposed to schedule how to be a principal. And if that's the way he's going to do it, I don't want to do it with him. My anger is he blew me the fuck off. And he didn't even bother to give me a fucking email to let me know he wasn't going to be there. After he had already scheduled a meeting. So, fuck him.
For real.
I am sick and goddamn tired of busting my ass to do my work. You know what? I gave him a paper a year ago, and he still hasn't even responded that he's read it. I don't give a fuck about this man. He does not. I What hit me the hardest is we had a teacher disappear. And the first thing I heard about why this teacher disappeared was on KSAT 12 news at 5:30 in the morning. I didn't hear about it from my from my principal. I didn't hear about it from my district. I heard about it from the 5:30 news in the morning. They goddamn treat us like mushrooms. They don't give us any goddamn information. They feed us bullshit. I'm sick and fucking tired of working here.
Mm,
If they
yeah.
don't want to tell me what's going on, fine. I don't want to work here.
Yeah.
You don't want to give me the information? Okay. You can go and give it to somebody else because I ain't going to be here.
Yeah.
That's my anger.
Well, thank you for owning to it, and honoring it because it's important to honor that, and that's why you're gonna become your own but VP soon,
Right.
and you're gonna do it right. And I mean, to get to a milestone for you to be a vice principal and do in a different district and live a different standard, because your standards are clearly higher, you know?
I want you to know what's going on. Period. It's like I told my my professor. I was like, you need to own up to what's going on. You tell the truth, even if others don't accept it. They don't believe it. If you tell the truth, even if it's hard, if no one else wants to accept it, you just tell the truth
Yeah,
and you own up to it and you live
absolutely.
up to it. And you stand by it.
Love it. And that's why you're gonna be a great VP soon. So
I hope
deep breath
so.
for you. I deep breath for you. There's no fixing that. We're just honoring the space in your anger, and I'm really happy you own that. Let's open up the space for Angelo. Go ahead, man. I know that you got some probably resonating feelings about that shit, honestly, because I know you left the job a certain way, right? So,
Yeah, no. Am I still muted?
no, you're good.
Okay.
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
no. It was a big battle. It's been almost a year since we started this battle. Um, what's it called? So, yeah, all that happened was that um this person, she didn't like the way that I was telling her through my own experience with running teams. And being responsible for people and projects and things. She just didn't like the way that I had outlined how to help. She didn't want to know. She didn't care to know. Instead, she would rather see a team self-destruct than to fix the core issues. And what happened was that through to the mistreatment that people have seen and I made known, um, I went to HR and I would create a dossier and created or recorded, I think it was like 8 voice recordings of our meetings, and basically called her out on a lot of these the mistreatment that she did. In the end, nothing really happened from it. She only got a verbal reprimand from her boss about it, and I ended up leaving. And I loved that team. I When one of the co-founders of the company left, I emailed him, and I felt very strongly about how this company was prior to me leaving. I felt it was like a great company. I felt I wanted to be loyal to it, and I saw myself retiring from there in 15 years from the time I left, or 15, 20 years. And um, obviously, that's not going to happen anymore. But I was content. And within like a few short months, they decided to just nuke that whole relationship I had with them. They decided to nuke the team. When I left, like I said, I made sure that what was happening to me was known, and uh, my supervisor left. The second longest person who was there left, um, which made me or actually I was the second longest person. He was the first. Um, Another one of my friends who was the next longest person left. We had a lot of people leave, who were there, who were running the team essentially, leave because they saw the writing on the wall. They saw how this person was handling core issues. They saw that they were, if they ever had to bring up an issue, it was not going to be heard. And my time in the military, that was, if you don't listen to your people, you either you cause so much contempt within the team that you lose trust with leadership. You lose trust within your own security and safety. So I tried to my best to make sure that people actually had a sense of morale, a sense of wanting, a sense of belonging. And because this person vehemently opposed all those things that I hold dear, I felt lost. And there wasn't a thing I could really do besides voice my opinion, besides telling my coworkers, hey, don't trust them, don't do this, get what you can out of this and leave. Um, Most of them, like I said, they saw it, they heard, they listened to me because I was actually well liked. um, but the way that she forced me out, I essentially, after I was put on a performance plan that I was going to request, literally 5 seconds prior before they pulled it out. Um, I read the writing on it, and I said, hey, if anything on this scene after this performance plan is done, they could just fire me for any reason, and I'll have to take it. There's no rebuttal. I'm like, huh, okay, this is how you want to play. And
Yeah.
so I took the gloves off, and I found a different position, which I'm at currently. But in that, I lost $10 an hour. I was trying to make, you know, my that's my home right here. I have a mortgage. There's things that I need to pay for, and due to that, $10 an hour isn't an insignificant amount of money. And it's been like that since August of last year.
Yeah.
Somehow surviving, somehow still floating, but it's still really rough. And only now am I able to. It's actually due to that, though. this whole situation where I found, my clearance is higher than I thought. Um, I still have people, um, even though the job market's not really that great in my area for my expertise, it's it's opened my eyes up to people who still want me, people who still want my skills, people who still, see my work for what it is. And I'm trying my best to at least go get another job that
Yeah,
earns more. And I'm thankful in some ways for it, for how it ended, but
yeah,
I'm still angry for how I was treated. I'm still angry for how things ended with that company because I did like it,
yeah.
but I can't
I
recommend it anymore.
I'm gonna I'm gonna first just say because the minute on this time limit on this is running out. But I just want to say thank you for opening up. I want you to be your whole story be heard. I recommend you to write that fuck you letter to that person and really write it out. And for Tim, you're already doing what you need to do, man. Hang in there. I love you guys. I appreciate you being here. It means so much the space to just be heard. I'm going to start expanding these calls a little bit more than 45 minutes now, just because I feel like everyone needs their own space on this. But I think your stories are so important and so impactful. Please keep owning your anger and finding those therapeutic things. I'm going to give you your own personal text after this. But thank you so much for sharing. I hope you released a little bit of that. I'm so grateful for each and one of you and anyone who's watching the recording. I hope that you take something out of this too.